Once you've done the strategy and you need to make some foundational architecture decisions, and getting these right up front saves enormous pain later. The first and most important decision is your home site. In modern SharePoint, every organization should have a designated home site, a single organization-wide landing page that serves as the digital front door. It's the page employees see when they open the intranet. It's where global navigation lives. It's where the anchor that everything else connects to. SharePoint lets you designate any communication site as the home site. And once you do, it unlocks global navigation, which is a consistent navigation bar that follows employees across every SharePoint site in the environment. Think of the home site the way you'd think about the lobby of your physical office. It should immediately tell you where you are, give you a sense of what's happening in the organization right now, and make it obvious how to get where you're going. It shouldn't be cluttered with every piece of content that exists. It should be a curated launch pad. Now, the second architectural decision is your hub site structure. Hub sites let you group related sites under a shared navigation and branding umbrella without nesting them inside of each other. Your HR hub might include separate sites for benefits, policies, and recruiting, each one independently managed, but connected through the hub's navigation so that when an employee is in any of them, they can easily find the others. Here's the design principle that matters the most for your hub structure. Organize it by employee need, not by department. Instead of a finance hub or an HR hub and an operations hub that mirrors your org chart, consider what employees actually navigate toward. A hub for tools and resources that includes IT support, software access, and equipment requests. A hub for people and culture that includes HR policies, benefits, organizational news, and employee recognition. A hub for project work that connects to active project team sites. The labels and groupings should feel intuitive to the person looking for something, not logical to the person who built the org chart. Now, the third architectural decision is what type of site to use for each part of your intranet. Communication sites for publishing content to a broad audience, your home site, your departmental hubs, your policy libraries. Team sites are connected to Microsoft Teams for active collaboration, project teams, working groups, department collaboration spaces. The distinction is important because the two types look and behave differently, and using the wrong one creates friction. A communication site says, read this. A team site says, work here. Your intranet needs both, used appropriately. And one architecture decision that seems small but matters enormously is the two-click rule. Best practice guidance consistently recommends that any piece of content an employee regularly needs should be reachable in no more than 2 clicks from the homepage. If someone has to navigate through 4 levels of menus to find the expense reimbursement form, the intranet has failed that person. They'll email someone instead. So design your navigation with that 2-click constraint in mind. It forces you to make deliberate choices about what's truly important versus what's just present.